so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about.
That's my heater right there, man. Come on, let's go.
I put my feelings on safety, so I don't go shooting where you're hurting. Cause you take the bullet trying to save me, then I'm left to deal with making you bleed. And that's a whole lot of love, ain't trying to waste it. Like we be running them out and never make it. It's just too bitter for words, don't wanna taste it. It's just too bitter for words, don't wanna face it. But I think that I'm done tripping, I'm tripping, I've been tripping, that's how I control this feeling. You keep gifting, you keep on getting it. Maybe it's your love, it's too good to be true. Baby boy, your love got me tripping on you. You know your love is big enough, make me trip on you. Yeah, it's big enough, got me tripping on you. Tripping on you. My fat boss tripping on you. Tripping on you. My fat boss tripping on you. Tripping on you.
Shout out to Mother May, Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 15. It is. It was so weird, like, she was on tour with Babyface recently, and it was like the weirdest connection, like Babyface and Ella Mai.
Yeah, well, that's because his newest album she's featured on his album, but he also has all these young artists on his album as well. So, I mean, it's strange if you didn't know that, but if you do know that, it kind of makes sense.
Where do you think she's going? It seems like she's stagnant right now. Boot Up was humongous.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's hard to reach that kind of success when you had, you had Boot Up and then Tripping on You, which that was with help from Jacquees, because I think he made that pretty much bigger than what it was with his little rendition of it. But I think she's been kind of like holding steady, but I also think that it's just a matter of time because she's a talent.
Right.
You can't really hold a talent back. You just need the right producers, writers or whatever. But she'll be back. She'll be back with something great.
Okay, I hope so. I was watching. Did you see SNL this past weekend?
No, I didn't catch it.
Listen, man. First of all, SZA was the musical performer on there. Okay, really doing it big. But I can't remember her name right now. The host.
Keke Palmer.
Keke Palmer, thank you. Keke.
Did she do a great job? Outside of announcing her pregnancy.
Which was amazing.
That was a great way to do it.
I'm going to say something that might be a little controversial.
Okay.
I think she's the most talented person I know under the age of 30. Regardless of genre, regardless of industry. She showed on that thing. She had a flex on this thing. She was acting, she was singing, she was dancing. I said, Keke is amazing.
Yeah. No, I'll give her that. She's always sort of been this triple threat, and it's not that she doesn't get credit for what she does, but I sometimes feel like she isn't as big as her talents, show. I don't know, but at the same time, she's been getting the bag. So, she's been consistently in our faces, whether it's like a major thing or not. She's been very consistent. So, I think sometimes consistency is bigger than just the bigness of you. Sometimes just maintaining that is cool.
She's consistent for sure. And answer a question, a female friend of mine saw that I was watching that thing, and she goes, I heard you diss Tiffany Haddish. Give her no hell. Why is there a double standard? Do you think there's a comparison to be made with Tiffany Haddish and Keke Palmer?
Yeah, the little Keke thing, the little Keke thing that they do. I think because first of all, I'll have to say, in my honest opinion, that is why Kiki she doesn't turn me on in that way, because she has that little thing. But she also can be serious. She can also be and not that Tiffany Haddish can't be, it's just that 90% of the time you see Tiffany, you see her in that, in that zone, right? Kiki is like that. She puts it on. And in those times, it's not my favorite thing in the world.
Okay.
Like, the gag is, like, I don't like it. It's like, it's not, and I'm not even hating on it, because I know a bunch of people who get down like that. It's just that particular personality is not my thing, right? It's not, like, there are probably a few people who actually do it that I think is funny, that I actually like, right? It's just when she does it, it's not my favorite thing, right? Like, I don't mind when Tiffany does it, which is interesting. You do, which is really funny. But I think the difference is Kiki is a little bit more widespread than Tiffany.
Akeelah and the Bee.
She has great acting chops, whereas Tiffany, again, she's been acting, but it's usually still in that, you think Tiffany Haddish is on screen.
Right.
When you're in character, you're supposed to disappear. You're supposed to disappear as a person and become the character. Tiffany Haddish always looks like Tiffany Haddish.
I agree. Very well said. You were saying?
I love Keke Palmer. She used to be my, celebrity crush or whatnot. But I remember when she had her talk show. I don't know if it aired on BET.
Yeah, it was BET.
What you guys were talking about, that little smirk, man, she did that so many times on that show, and it drove me crazy. And some of the topics that she discussed, and I don't want to discredit her experiences or whatnot, but I just felt like you're kind of too young to be talking about some of these topics. Like, you talking like you over here went through 15 years of experience through some of these stuff. That really turned me off about her. But she's doing her thing though. Salute to her though.
To Robin's point though, let's not forget that she was on, was it Good Morning America or Today?
It was like
was it GMA3?
GMA3, I think.
The same thing that Mr. Holmes is on right now?
It was with Michael Strahan and I don't know who the woman co-host was.
I don't know. It wasn't Robin Roberts.
No, it definitely wasn't Robin Roberts.
Well, yeah, so she can get serious.
Yeah.
She's proven it. And she's very articulate, very intelligent, very energetic. There's definitely a lot of that. But, man, I was watching her on SNL, and I was like, man, Kiki is the truth.
I love her when she's rapping. I love her when she starts singing, when she flexes on people and lets people know, listen, I've been in my bag. Like, there's this clip that was going around social media where she was probably, 11, 12 or something, where she was talking about her landing the role of Akeelah and the Bee, and she always had it. She was like, yes, I'll take that. She always had it, and someone said she has like a 64-year-old spirit, and it's true. She's always just been like a, kind of like an older, person in that young body of hers. But I think that's the main difference. I like her being consistent. I like the talents that she has. No doubt about it. She is gifted. She is super talented. I just don't always like that whatever you call it. I don't know what to call it.
I just call it. That's what I call it.
I don't always like when she's that way.
It's the Gabrielle Union.
How?
Remember, was it like a couple weeks ago you guys were talking about Gabrielle Union and how she fixes her lips a certain kind of way or whatever?
Last week Robin talked about that, yeah.
I think that's what that is. That's the best way to describe what you're referring to.
No, I just think it's playing on stereotypes. I really do. I think. But Haddish does it all the time. What bothers me is Haddish will be on a red carpet and, she'll be looking just lovely. Just beautiful gown and everything. Entertainment Tonight comes up. Oh, y'all know I was going to come by today. Yeah. Tiffany, no. Just talk to him, sweetie.
Isn't that her being authentic, though? Being where she's from?
Is it?
Well, no, I think that part is true. I think that she's definitely authentic. I think that she is just herself. And so on one hand, I think the reason why people love Tiffany so much is because she never lost herself. She never let the industry tell her you can't be that.
Okay.
So she remained, herself, right? And I think that's one of the reasons that we love it so much. The Kiki thing, actually, to Andy's point, that almost seems a little bit like, in order to get y'all to like me, I gotta put on make y'all laugh with a little bit of. I don't feel like Tiffany that is who she's always been.
See, I don't know where Kiki's from. Do you guys know where she's from?
I don't know much about, no.
Because we know Tiffany Haddish was from here, and she was homeless for a number of years.
Yeah, and Tiffany Haddish was she was the mascot at my kids' school.
Oh, wow.
Which is very interesting. But she used to go to the comedy clubs back then. I just feel like even when we saw videos of her younger, she was always the same way. And not that Kiki wasn't, but I feel like Kiki was performing for a very long time. So that performance is because you know what I mean? It's a part of her, now it's become a part of like her character, right? That's who she is, but I think she was putting on.
So you think that's the difference between Haddish and Kiki?
I think so.
Haddish is real. Kiki is performing.
Yeah, but you would say that Kiki's been doing it so long that it's who she is now too, but I think it came from a different place.
And to your point, we were talking about one-hit wonders and such. SZA was the musical artist on there. And I'm like, can SZA come back? Because, she lost her voice for a while.
Yeah.
A lot of controversy on whether or not she could actually sing for a little while there. She was on there. She did great. Can she come back and do something big?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like anybody... She definitely wasn't a one-hit wonder. I mean, this girl SZA was like she was like the Summer Walker of, like when she came out, everybody was talking about SZA. That's how Summer Walker did. But and though she went out with some voice problems for a little while, I feel like I feel like she can absolutely come back. There's nothing stopping her from that.
And last question, where do you put her in the hierarchy of young female R&B? Like you mentioned Summer Walker. You would say
her.
SZA, her.
Her is like definitely
Big
on
Sean's
top.
lady, what's her name?
Jhené Aiko.
Many would put Jhené Aiko at the top. Where do you put them? Those four?
I would put her on top.
You put SZA on top?
No, her.
Oh, her on top.
Sorry. Yeah, her. This is just my own thing, my own little hierarchy. I will put her. Jhené is definitely up there. Maybe her next. So her. Summer Walker, I do like her. I just wasn't fanning out like everybody when she came out. I think she's great. I think she's great though. And I love her story. She had an Instagram story where she used to do cleaning. She was a cleaning lady. Started her own business as a cleaning lady. She would set up her camera and clean people's homes and offices and all of that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it's probably still on Instagram somewhere. So I love those like underdog stories where you see somebody come up. But anyway, I love her voice and her song. She's great. But I don't have a playlist of Summer Walker. And SZA is kind of right. It's hard for me to rank them all. It's just they're all great. They're all up there.
I think Jhené is the champion. I really do. I think she's got a number of it. But
I'm going to say Jhené, number one.
Yeah.
I think her and SZA are kind of like similar, the same. I'm going to throw in Kalani as well.
Kalani's got to be in there.
Yeah. And, as talented as Summer Walker is, I think the issue that she has with, being social, and, doing interviews and stuff, I think that's going to hurt her in the long run.
That music,
her music is too
aggressive. Summer Walker's.
Okay.
By the way, we're not. Is Doja Cat in the conversation?
Oh, Doja Cat is a problem. Doja Cat is a problem.
Is she number one?
She's not that kind of R&B. But Doja Cat, she's the truth.
She is.
She is the truth.
I still got Jhené number one. Even with Doja Cat.
She's a different kind of. She's the Sade. She's the Sade.
Perfect.
Like she's not the. You got to be in a mood to listen to Jhené. Like not a mood. I mean, you can play her anytime, but I'm just saying she is a mood. You know what I'm saying? Jhené is like she's so dope, but she's a certain type of. She's when I wanna clean my house. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Light the candles. Like, she is that type of mood for me. You know what I mean? She's not somebody I'm like, and she's got some jams where I can bump it in my car and stuff like that too, but.
Yeah.
Nah, her is really dope. She's dope. She's got it all. She's got the different kinds of songs. I can play her anytime, anywhere. She's really dope. SZA is also great, but she only has a few, like songs that I can really like bump. But I really like her. I like her a lot.
Yeah, I read an article this weekend that her is doing Beauty and the Beast, a musical on some. Where is that?
I don't know where that is,
but
I'm going to also tell you she has a machine behind her, and her has been at this for a very, very, very long time. She's perfected her gift. She's perfected her team. She's got Jeff Robinson behind her, and I don't know if you know who he is, but he's manager extraordinaire, a whole team of people. I mean, so she's really, really the truth. She has done it successfully behind closed doors, and it's not just, for the people. So, she's gifted as all plays her instruments. I mean, she's really, really, really certified.
I love her. Yeah, no pun intended. You were saying, Eddie,
it's real interesting that you find Summer Walker aggressive, but Dr. Umar, you can handle it. It's just funny to me, the different levels of aggression. You know what I'm saying?
I have no problem saying that this is double standard. I've told you guys before. Like when it comes to female hip hop, I don't want to hear cussing. Fellas, cuss all the way. But
say that.
I don't want to hear from the ladies. I'm sorry. I want a lady to be a lady. You can be sexually aggressive without being too aggressive. Salt Devil was talking about sex all the time, but they were never too aggressive. So was Latifah. So was Light. They were talking about sex, but they weren't really talking about sex.
Lil' Kim, Nicki. Is that aggressive?
Lil' Kim broke the mold and I think changed the game. But I liked her, yeah. But now it seems like I can't get into Meg Thee Stallion at all. Because it's so aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, Q is back on the phone, wants to talk about Dan Jones. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA, stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
At Cedars-Sinai, we're honored to be named the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News and World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud to be named #1 in 6 specialties in Los Angeles. Thank you to our physicians, nurses, academic leaders, and thousands of other team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations. Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
And Jeff. Geico in your life. Go to geico.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, reminding you, when we fight, we win. Central CSO organizes for the rights of the undocumented, quality public education, and supporting in solidarity other communities seeking social justice. Central CSO stands for Chicano X, self-determination, defending public education, and fighting for all oppressed people in Boyle Heights and East Los Angeles. Find Central CSO meetings every third Wednesday. Visit online at centralcso.wordpress.com or on Instagram at CentralCS. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here for KBLA Talk 1580. We're live in Los Angeles at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. And I'm speaking to some of the attendees today to see why it was so important for them to be here.
Yeah, this is Lathan and Tyler. The main reason that's very important for me to be here is just to leave a legacy for black wealth. Generational wealth is what we need in our community, Chase, someone has to take the lead. They're showing, big business like Chase cares, and they're putting their money where their mouth is at. So it's good to see, big institution like Chase, giving a lifting hand, to the community, and you got to respect that. It makes me want to bake with Chase, and give them another look if I go to another institution. I actually see what Chase is doing for the community.
That's right, Chase is doing their part to help advance Black wealth. For more money support, tune in every day from 12 to 2 to KBLA Talk 1580's Midday Money Chain, right here.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
The overarching conversation today was about Van Jones, who made some comments apologizing for the black community and how we've reacted to Kanye West's inflammatory anti-Semitic comments. And Q is on the phone. Q wants to respond. Q, give me your height, your color, and your hood, Q.
5'10", violet, black, West LA.
West LA, chicken and drop that. Come on. Yeah. I was telling Robin off mic, I said, I already know which direction Q's going to go because I know you got a problem with Van Jones, man. This is underhand slow pitch for you.
First of all, how is the kid?
Doing great. I'm a little disappointed you didn't come out and see the KBLA family on Saturday. I wanted to meet you, man. When do I get to shake your hand, huh?
Oh, brother, next time I will. I was trying to close some business transactions before the end of the year.
All right.
And so that kept me busy. The next time I promise I will. As long as the youth and Robin will be there, I definitely will be.
Oh, well, thank you. We look forward to it.
We appreciate that. We know you got kids to lock in cages. You got things to do, man. I'm playing with you. What's on your mind tonight, Q?
They said the kingdom is always at peace when the king and the queen are in perfect harmony. But every once in a while, that little bird will come on the branch of the tree and steal the bird's music. So I like to say that thank you guys for what you are doing, for what you are bringing to the community, and I take my hat out. Now, getting back on the subject, I don't think Reverse Candace Owen, who is Van Jones, qualified to speak on any issue concerning the black people. Because, in my book, anyone who talks black, slaves, white, you don't qualify. When was the last time you was in the black neighborhood? When was the last time you was in South LA? Or any other part in the country.
Well, not to push back on what you say, and I'm definitely not saying that prisons are in no way the black community, but he spends a lot of time in the prisons where a lot of kings are up in there. Come on now, you got to give him credit for that, right?
That's a different issue with the community. We are the ones that are facing, even those who are in prison, yes, they are incarcerated, but at least they have some kind of a protection. They have some kind of three meals a day. They have medical. They have all these things. But those in the neighborhood, they are lacking all those things. Those things are not available for them.
That's a fair
point.
So
if you really want to know how black people are, how black people feel, go to the neighborhood. Talk to the neighborhood. See what is happening out there. He hasn't done any of it. To speak on behalf of black people from my point of view.
But Q, if you're going to use that as the barometer on whether or not somebody's a true black leader and can speak on black issues, how many are in the black community, on our streets, talking to our people? There ain't very many of them out there.
Yes, there are some. There are people out there, but he has never been. If you want to talk about a true, real black person, a true, real black leader, who really concerned for the black people, who feel for the black people, is Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah.
He's the only black person who speaks or who feels the pains of black people. And he has done something about it. Because years ago, you and I know, I think if you remember, his organization stopped producing some cosmetics because spent so much money on hair, hair stuff and all these sprays and all this kind of hair dressing material. So the group started producing hair care products for the black women. But what happened? The corporation were able to influence the so-called black churches or the pastors who dissuaded their congregation from purchasing those products. They said because it was produced by Muslims. What difference does it make? This is our economic survival. And this is something that they have been taking away from us for years. And now here's somebody who wants to do something about it. And yet still, these sellout pastors and all this, I can't even find any correct adjective to qualify them because they don't worth it. They were able to tell their congregation not to, simply because it was made by somebody of different faith.
Well, I'll be the first person to say that back in the day, I thought the Louis Farrakhan. We watched him on TV, my mother and I, and all of us, my siblings. We always saw him as being as an other, almost. It's like, he's too aggressive, and he's saying too much, and he also don't worship the same God that we do, so we really ain't going to listen to him. I tell you what, upon further review, it seems like everything that he was saying back then, now in 2022, you go, dang, Farrakhan had a point. Farrakhan had a point 30 years ago.
Yeah, he has a point. Look at where we are today. Look at where we are today. And those are things that we have to divorce ourselves from. This thing called religion. Religion has hurt us more than anything else.
Facts.
And every once in a while people say, oh, God, God. And I ask them, which God are you talking about? I said, look for the meaning of the word God. It means what? Idol and image. So why are you referring to the divine creator as God when in your Christian Bible it says thou shalt not worship any graven image? Yes, still you are referring to the divine creator as God. Yeah, but the problem is, there's some people that believe once you put a color on your faith, it discredits that faith immediately. God has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with color. God is all about love. So if you say this religion is good for black people, it discredits the entire. Yeah, but which God are you talking about? Are you talking about, look at the definition of God in the dictionary, and you see what it means. I don't think even Christians should use the word God. They should even use the divine spirit or the divine creator. And this was perpetuated upon us, by certain elements that I do not want to mention their name because they're going to say we're being anti-Semitic. But what I would like you and the Queen to do, when you get a chance, please read Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, and Revelation chapter 3, 2
and 9 and 3 and 9. Are these the same verses you gave us last time? I think they are, aren't they?
I don't think you read. Did you read it?
I read them over the year. I think those are the same ones you gave me last time. Yeah, Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9. Yeah, I read those.
You probably did because I know you don't lie.
I don't lie. No, I don't.
No, I've never heard you tell a tale.
I'm just a very, very handsome man. You know I ain't lying. Robin Shaw.
But seriously, we have, if you want to talk about
15 seconds, go ahead.
Yeah, if you want to talk about a true leader who really cares about black people and concerned about black people, I think is Brother Louis Farrakhan.
I think RZA's in that too. I think RZA is right there. That's when you talk about a man of the people that understands the youth and where the black community is headed. I think RZA, when I listen to that cat, I go, I'll tell you what, it's really impressive, man. Every single time.
That doesn't come close to Brother Louis Farrakhan.
That's fair. Call of the night right there. Give a the way you did too, sir. Have a blessed night, all right, Q?
Peace and blessings by the family.
Much love. I appreciate you. 1-800-920-1580. News and traffic now. We go to Perry in L.A. On the other side, Danny Mo Show, KBLA. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Doug Davis, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. The Supreme Court will take up a second case on the student loan forgiveness debate. This one comes from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, based in New Orleans. A lower court ruling blocked the program from being implemented. Justices have already agreed to hear a case from the Eighth Circuit Court of Appeals, based in St. Louis. The Detroit Symphony Orchestra says an audience member shouted a racial slur during a performance Friday night of a Charlie Brown Christmas, Cyrus Chestnut and Friends. Chestnut is black. The orchestra has apologized but did not say what slur was yelled. Bay Area rapper Too Short is being honored with his own street. Oakland renamed Foothill Boulevard between 47th Avenue and High Street as Too Short Way. The mayor unveiled the sign yesterday following a ceremony at the rapper's former high school, Fremont High School in Oakland. And that is the latest. I'm Doug Davis from the Black Information Network and BIN News.
Has your household been hit with COVID-19? Learn about a research study from the comfort of home. We are looking at ways to help people with COVID-19 feel better faster. Learn more at active6study.org/radio. That's activ6study.org/radio.
They're playing basketball. Hi, I'm Ray Richardson. The NBA is back, and everybody is talking about what to expect this year. Here's the logo, Laker legend Jerry West on KBLA Talk 1580, talking about LA Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my gosh, he's a stud, man. He really is. And watching him work out is pretty interesting because he is so dedicated. He'll go out there for an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, and he does the same thing almost every day. He does not play in the off season. He just works on his game. He's a powerful kid who happens to be one of the league's best defensive players. Offensively, he can really shoot the ball. And when he first came into the league, that's something he couldn't do, but he might be the best two-way player in basketball.
Don't miss the KBLA Sports Minute weekdays and Out of Bounds weekends only on KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
We fly, no lie, you know this.
DeonRambo.com, that's me. I am Rambo. About contracts at the Westin Hotel, December 17th. That's coming up. December 17th. It's all free, sponsored by Linda Street. Listen, this is important. When you go to DeonRambo.com, you'll see I have LA County coming, the mayor's office coming, the city coming, prime contractors coming, everyone, and they can only talk for 6 minutes each. I take Contract Me very serious. You should too. DeonRambo.com. See you December 17th. DeonRambo.com.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefits concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair. It's been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
Congratulations, Mayor Karen Bass, on a historic victory. Original Taco Pete joins you in making LA history. As a Black-owned restaurant, 33 years and 4 generations strong, serving tasty, world-famous tacos. Original Taco Pete welcomes their community to their newest location at 3272 West Lawson on the corner of Crenshaw. Let them cater your next event. You can also find them on Grubhub and Uber Eats, or you can call them directly at 323-348-4441. That's 323-348-4441. You can also follow them on Instagram at Original Taco Pete on Slauson. Tacos like Mama made. Let's continue to make Black history, Mayor Bass.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Maisha Cairo here with Dom Kennedy at JP Morgan Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour. They're here to promote generational wealth building in Black communities. He's an independent rapper and the owner of OPM record label. Dom Kennedy, why do you find it important to be here today this event with Chase?
For me, we've been having a lot of conversations with them, and been giving me a lot of good facts and a lot of good feedback that I felt like needed to be shared. And if people heard it, they would take to the information and it would help them on their quest to be homeowners and just better off financially across the board. They like my perspective and being an artist and somebody that people knew that was born and raised in LA. People older and like bank managers could kind of be a little intimidating, I guess, to everyday people, especially that has never purchase the home. So just the angle of me being able to communicate it and make the story real, you know, I guess for the younger people was a great opportunity, and I didn't want to pass on.
That's awesome. So answer me this. Why is it important for companies like Chase to promote generational wealth in black and brown communities?
Keep it real. You know, I mean, they make a lot of money off the black and brown communities. I look at it like it's a great responsibility for them to take on, to want to share some knowledge and some facts and try to put more people in homes, you know, and give them a shot at and a chance at generational wealth. I think it's beneficial to both parties, you know.
I'm Aisha Cairo, and that was Dom Kennedy. Stay tuned for more tips from Chase's Advancing Black Wealth Tour.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Y'all got to hear this track. Shout out to Robin for making this happen.
Let's give flowers to the woman of the hour. I'm talking strong black women like a Fannie Lou Hammer, the Maya Angelou's, Corettas, or the Shirley Chisholm. It's quick to tell us what it is and what it isn't. There's no gimmicks involved, it's not for recognition. It's the power around my way, we ain't just politicking. The dynamics in the past was embarrassing, but now no comparisons. How about we change the narrative up? And girl power to the world to give the world power. And more power to the people, got the world shouting. We needed change, so now the change is us when y'all doubt it. They feel the pressure, extra, trying to read about it. Just give a roar to Karen Bass, she the people's champ. Ladies first, black female mayor, ooh, we needed that. And I can't even cap, you get it if you listen. The plan been to bring a whole bag to the district. Karen Bass. Karen Bass.
That was Reggie Tap or Reggie T. Oh my goodness, that song is the chain.
Man, that production is crazy. A little rock and hip hop vibe on that thing.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Wow,
that's a vibe right there. I mean, the whole beat was just, and then his lyrics, and it's just everything. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those hits. I love it.
Some would say that's an energy hip hop record, wouldn't we?
Yeah, that would be considered an energy hip hop song.
6'7" better.
You are
Fight the Power is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I am still upset about that.
Danny, why you tripping?
Y'all got to be kidding me.
Bro, you won.
6'7". Really, it doesn't matter if I won. It should have been a clean sweep.
And technically, you did not win according to all the people.
All your family on there, all in friends and family on there.
Not friends or family.
I saw you cash out and every single one of them. Go on, say that. Put that for $5.
Those are lies.
You know what, Robin? My girl gave you a clean sweep.
You need to dump her.
Don't you dare.
You need to dump her.
No, she was right. Just like everybody else on YouTube. Andy, I don't know what happened to you that night. You disappeared.
Nah, man, it was fair and square. What do you mean?
No, sir.
Except for 6'7". Give me a break.
Fight
the freaking power!
You're so upset about the Golden Girls.
Hold on.
Cut it out.
We just
Maybe you want to go to college. Maybe you want to go to college.
We just talked about this Karen Bass record, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The energy is coming from the music more so than the lyrics, right?
Which was the point that Robin made. I mean, you could have somebody like Busta Rhymes who's going to bring the heat in the studio, and they slow the beat down so he could do his thing. And then there's other cats that are the exact vice versa. You know? That cat, I guess he had both covered, right? He was pretty energetic. The beat was all over the place. It was crazy, but did he have energy?
On this song? Mm-hmm. He had some. It was more of the beat, though.
Yeah, he let the beat ride. Let it do what it wants to do.
Yeah, it was just one of those, like, hard, like, kind of like, rock, hip-hop. Like, yeah, it had a lot of energy.
I miss that. I miss when hip-hop used to put a little toe in rock music. I miss when Michael Jackson would do, a rock record with Dirty Diana. or Janet Jackson would come in with If.
Run DMC, they did that record with
King of Rock, There Is None Higher.
Yeah, and Walk This Way.
Walk This Way with Aerosmith.
Yep.
No one does that anymore.
Yeah.
When was the last time we heard a hip hop rock record?
It's been a long time.
Crazy.
We heard an R&B rock record.
Which one is that?
If you want to call it rock.
What?
Steve Lacy. Or is that R&B pop?
I'm gonna give him. He's from LA, so I'm a
Bad Habit song.
Yeah, Bad Habit.
I don't know if that's rock.
That's pop.
That's definitely pop.
Go to the phones real fast. Perry's been on the phone listening to our banter. Perry, give me your height, your color, and your hood, Perry.
What's up, bro? 6'1", black, living in LA. Hey, I wanted to go on the Kanye issue, but I wanted to tap on politics for about 7 seconds.
Gotcha.
7 seconds, if you allow me to.
I will. LA checking in. Drop that for Perry. Come on. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm a proud Republican, and what I wanted to say, I think Kanye West brought this racist guy to Donald Trump place to try to mess up his record so we wouldn't win it for 2024. And on the Kanye racist thing, if whoever the Jews or whatever, if they trying to break him and take all his wealth, well, wouldn't the average person continue to just say whatever about the Jews? Because in their mind, if they trying to break him and not play his music no more and all this, the average person would do the same thing too. Well, let me continue doing what I'm doing if they trying to break him. I don't know.
But some would say it's entirely self-inflicted. No one's doing anything to him. It seems like he's pretty much sabotaging his own legacy, his own career. Why is anyone else being blamed for what he's doing?
I don't know. It just seems like every time if a black speak out against something, the other races try to break them, make them lose their contracts and everything. So
I have no
I
problem
don't agree with what he say, but maybe he's feeling like F whoever if nobody don't care about me.
But Perry, is it possible that Kanye is just not well, and we're trying our best? We try to contort our bodies to try to agree with that cat. Is it just possible Kanye?
So if the guy have mental issues, help him. Yeah, they just trying to destroy the man. I mean, I'm not a Kanye West fan that much myself neither, because he's trying to make us lose the presidency. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. You did say you were a Republican. Tell me how that's possible.
I'm a proud Republican.
How is a black person a Republican in 2022? I'm listening. I'll shut up and let you just break it all down for me.
You want me to tell you why?
I'm listening.
Because when you vote Democrat, when Democrats mess up everything, whether they're in the right or the wrong, Democrats still vote for Democrats. Ever since the man Joe Biden been in office, the guy haven't done not one good thing. The middle class is wiped out because of this guy. When you guys had the House and the Senate, he had a lot of chances to do something for blacks, and he didn't do nothing. So now y'all don't get the House and the Senate. So hopefully us Republicans can make it right. Maybe a lot of people need to look at Fox Cable News to know what's really going on in the world instead of looking at CNN and whatever else, MSNBC.
Wow. I love how you're just spewing talking points you heard from somewhere else, because you're not making any sense, man. Talking about he's not doing anything for
it makes sense. You vote Democrat, you don't get nowhere. For 50 years, we still ain't nowhere.
I'm just simply asking questions tonight because I don't want to put my beliefs
Joe
on
Biden
you.
Is messed up. Joe Biden haven't done not one good thing. He left all them people to die in Iraq. The pipeline. He can't drill no oil in the United. He just messed everything up. As soon as he got in office, all them executive orders made thousands of people lose their job. The guy ain't nothing. So yes, I hope Donald Trump do win. Quick, losing my support a little, but
just a quick question for you: how long have you been a Republican?
I've been a Republican for about 20 years, and I can name 10 more black Republicans in 10 seconds if you need me to.
We don't need you to do that. I'm
always
fascinated by
Laura Ingraham, Leo 2.0, Officer Tatum, All of them got talk shows, and some of them is black guys.
I'm just always fascinated with black Republicans because they could not care less about you.
Yeah.
I've always wondered why. I might agree with you on the
people say Donald.
Hold on.
People say Donald Trump
Let
is
me respond. Hold on, Perry. Lord have mercy. People say that, myself included, the Democratic Party has not done what I believe that they should do when it comes to our race of people. However, the Republican Party is not the answer, though. Why wouldn't you join the Green Party, some independent party? The Republicans could not care less about you. Why not? And I want you to give me something they've done for you. If you say the Democrats haven't, I can name 10 things the Democrats have, still falling short.
You ever heard of Kim Scott?
I'm listening to you to tell me what the Republican Party has done for you then.
You ever heard of Tim Scott? They done a lot for me.
I'm listening. Break it down.
He done a lot. When Trump was in office, he helped a lot of blacks out. Got me a good job. Joe Biden is more racist than Donald Trump. Donald Trump helped a lot of blacks out. A lot of jobs.
Did you know that Joe Biden has already created more jobs than Donald Trump had in his entire 4 years? Did you know that?
The only thing Biden did is getting a lot of blacks killed off fentanyl. He will not secure the border for nothing. It's drugs just running over here.
You know what I
Look
find
at Fox
interesting,
News
though?
and y'all will see what's really going on.
What I find interesting is that, whenever myself, Danny, whenever we see in the media tries to just ask simple questions of Republicans, there always seems to be just a circle of, running around and no direct answers, you just, and this is not to attack you or go against you. This is pure curiosity, pure, conversational, right? We're just asking, Danny just asked, what has the Republican Party done for you? And you said they've done a lot. But
they've done a lot for blacks,
But you have an answer.
Y'all. Joe Biden had the House and the Senate, and they didn't even do nothing. He needs to secure that border. Kamala Harris, her future is over with once Joe Biden get out of office. So she won't do nothing. Yeah, Kamala Harris, she probably scared to report about what's going on the border to her boss, Joe Biden, because she knows he ain't going to do nothing anyway. So,
okay,
Perry, we got to go.
Thank you, Perry. Have a nice night.
Look, y'all can't say I don't try. When Republicans call this broadcast, regardless of the race of that, I always try to give them their time. I ask them simple questions. They can never answer the question.
That was pretty simple. But yet they will, it sort of reminds me of Donald Trump, who will say all of these different things about everyone else and just kind of beat around the bush, and it's just like, be very specific, answer the question, and I don't think he did that very well.
Got to give it to the Republican Party. If you've got black people voting for you, hey, you're here. Congratulations. Wow. Danny Mo Show, KBLA.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles, like George and Weezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Study reveals barriers to mental health for Black and Latina women in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News. A poll conducted by Eviderist, sponsored by Black Women Organized for Political Action and Hispanias Organized for Political Equity, found that 77% of some 800 women participants experienced some form of discrimination due to personal characteristics. More than 3 in 5 respondents have had mental health concerns for which they did not seek care. These same women reported often having had negative experiences with providers. 70% of Black women and 54% of Latinas reported racial or ethnic discrimination. Another 59% of Black women and 55% of Latinas report assumptions were made about their income and education levels. 40% of Latinas reported discrimination based on assumptions about their ability to communicate in English, while 28% reported assumptions about their documentation or immigration status. I'm Maisha Cairo, and that's your K-Black Minute News.
Of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm could be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. When it comes to getting the maximum compensation you deserve, our team hits it out of the park. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for a free case review. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call me your MVP. Ho, ho, ho.
KBLA Talk 1580 wishes you a happy holiday and wants to bless you with one night only. A Wonder Winter's Night presented by Stevie Wonder's House Full of Toys benefit concert. Saturday, December 17th at Microsoft Theater. Download the KBLA Talk 1580.com mobile app to enter to win a pair of tickets. This has been a community call to action brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to Unapologetically Progressive KBLA Talk 1580. Danny Morrison Show. Let's go back to the phones. Charles, get up in here. Height, color, hood, Charles.
LA 6'1".
LA, check it out. Come on, let's go. Yay. We got a few minutes here. Tell us what's on your mind tonight.
Okay, well, Van Jones should apologize to African Americans for assuming that he could apologize for us, and for lying and saying that he apologized, that he didn't apologize when you can see on the speech. I sent you a text, and you can actually hear and see what he said. He said, "I want to."
Are you 1800 Unitas?
Yes. 1-800-UNITE US. That's the Black 411. 1-800-UNITE US.
The Black 4. Oh, you got to expound on that. What is that? 1-800-UNITE US Black 411. What do you mean?
Well, we unite people with black-owned businesses and also promote black events.
Love that.
By the way, that's called a tonight already. Based on that comment right there. I'm on your page right now, and appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you and everybody there at 1580.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he says, "I apologize for the silence of my community," twice in that speech. So, and then he lied and said he didn't say it.
That's what was disappointing to me. Like, he came out and said he didn't say it, and then he had that one, I don't know who the media source was, came out and retracted the statement saying, he really didn't upon further review, and then the audio came out, and then Van Jones is invisible now. I just told Robin off mic, by the end of the week, here's my prediction, you will see a press conference with Van Jones apologizing for apologizing. Watch.
I think he should get some time off the air. I think that's what he deserves.
Well, look, Van Jones, y'all not going to have me throwing him under the bus, man. I think Van Jones is amazing. I think he's done a lot of great work for the black community, a lot of the work we don't see. He does a lot for us. He wasn't given $100 million from Jeff Bezos for nothing, because Jeff Bezos also sees he's out here doing it. He's putting his money where his mouth is. But, like Robin said, we got to stop canceling people for having.
What's one thing? I'm just not aware, Danny. Appreciate it if you tell us one good thing he's done.
Prison reform. I broke it all down inside my opening monologue. He's got a group called he's got a group called Colors of Change. He's got the I wish I had it in front of me. He's done so much for us, man. Keep in mind, he and Kim Kardashian were walking hand in hand into the White House working with Donald Trump to get that bill signed, man. He is at the forefront of prison reform in this country right now. Give him credit.
All right. Well, I think 1580 is doing more.
Well, give him, let's call it the night again. That's like the second time. We're going to give him all that. We're going to give you 2 trophies. I hope your man's big enough. Hey, I appreciate you. Have a blessed night, Charles. Okay.
Yes, sir. You too.
Although he's absolutely right. I think 1580. Walking around that event on Saturday. And everybody coming up and saying something about the station and the personalities there and how Tavis Smiley is changing the game, and it's so nice to have something unapologetically black, and they have something, whenever something's going on in the zeitgeist, everybody turns on CNN, they turn on MSNBC, they turn on local news. It's like, no. You know where to go. If you want the true essence of what is happening from our perspective, you know where to go. And it is so nice to hear people articulate what I already knew.
Yeah, exactly. That's always great. And truth be told, when we were out there with all of our people on Saturday, that's what they kept. I mean, it's always so great. You never know. You're just talking on the radio. You never know who's listening, and they all just had so many great things to say, and just they were so tuned in to every part of who's on the station, right? And they're always tuned in and thanking us for being unapologetically black and bringing our issues to the station and just talking about it, So that was just refreshing. It really was. It really is.
Beautiful people out there. Y'all gotta understand. Like, I've been doing radio for a minute, and I was handcuffed for the first half of my career. Don't be talking no politics on the air. Even though I was a writer, I was a columnist, and I was able to type everything that I wanted. When I got on the microphone, those bosses at that station would go, So I left that station, went to another station. They gave me more freedom, and that's where I found my voice.
Yeah.
And I would never, for the rest of my life and my career, be handcuffed on saying what's supposed to be said. That's the beauty. Tavis Smiley, when he brought me here, he said, how you going? You say what you need to say. And it is such a blessing to come in here every single night, share a microphone with you. You too, Andy. And we can talk about what's really going on in the black community and just being black in America in general.
One of those things before we close out for the night, I wanted to say, I looked it up. It's called the Reform Alliance. It is a prison advocacy group that Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Van Jones is also part of it, and they had done some really, really big things during the pandemic, which, I guess technically is over now, but they had provided masks for every jail in the U.S. They just had done, this organization itself just does a lot of things, but he's also on the board there. So, he's just been doing a lot of things for a long time.
Give Van Jones his flowers,
y'all. We have to.
You will hear an apology soon.
We'll see. We will keep our eyes and ears open.
Keep it up, Van. We appreciate you, man. Yeah. You better watch your words and your tone, man. Careful. Good luck. God bless. Go on. See you tomorrow. Keep it on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Be good.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Good morning. I'm Ree Harris, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. A major storm is expected to hit many parts of the United States. In the Sierra Nevada, snow is expected to continue falling up to 3 inches